Network meeting. This meeting is being recorded and you better not leave. I know you weren't going to leave anyway. My name is Tron Lepet, Assistant Director for Enrollment at Barrett College, operational lead here at Bridge to Life. And we are again thankful for everybody tuning in. This is our first GSN of the month. And we're ready to get started, but you guys know how we do this. I've already asked a few of you before 3 o'clock. Now I'm going to ask those that join right at 3 and after 3. Do me a favor, please put your name, your high school, your graduation year. Please put that in the chat so we know who we have in the building with us today. And I promise you, this is going to be a relatively quick meeting. As a matter of fact, I'll jump over to the next slide. This is our agenda for today. I'm going to talk about the purpose of GSN. We're going to talk about B2L summer programming, how to sign up, what can you win, what's happening. And then there's a survey, just a quick little survey that I want everybody to take. This is going to help us prepare for future GSN meetings, and then also meetings that we have with students in our other SSNs that I know a lot of you are a part of, which is great. But please put your name in the chat, school in the chat. What year are you graduating? We need to know. We need to hear from you. Caillou, 9th grader. That's what I'm talking about. Haley's on the line. What's up, Haley? All right, class of 2021. Congratulations. And can we give Haley some love here? She's going to be attending UCF next fall. So congrats to you, Haley, class of 21. And UCF, they were formerly called the Golden Knights. Now they're the Knights. All right, we have Samaya, class of 23. We have Shahi, 2025, really, wow, that's right. And 2025 is so far away, but at the same time, it's like right around the corner. So please continue to put your grade level in the chat. Thank you for giving her some congratulations. Nivik, how are you? How's everything going? Yeah, we're definitely excited. And Haley, you know, I always put you on the spot. I'll probably put you on the spot at some point during this presentation, just to talk about how do you feel, you know, what's going through your mind. Are you anxious? But just get some thoughts together, Haley, if you don't mind. Great, she says no worries. She's always a team player. All right, so what is the GSN? What is our graduate student network meeting all about? Well, as you know, we have our Student Success Network meetings, which takes place the second Thursday of the month. This meeting takes place the fourth Thursday of each month. And we wanted to separate this. Colleen, this is actually Colleen's idea here. And not that it really matters so much, but when Colleen came up with this, I said, well, you know, Colleen, we have the SSN. You don't think we can cover stuff for seniors and those that are graduating, those that are in college? You don't think we can cover that during the SSN? And she's like, you know what? We should give them a unique opportunity to focus on just their tasks. Because as you know, Haley and others who have graduated, when you're a senior in high school, you have some stuff that's relative to a senior, that's tied to being a senior, that you have to do, such as submitting college applications. The big one is financial aid, FAFSA. So, you know, there is a need now. We've identified a need now to connect with you specifically, just this group, right? So, and if anybody else pops on, we're definitely not going to kick you out, because we want you to get this information so you can be prepared for the time when you become a senior and you're moving on to life after high school. But that's really the purpose of it. We want to drill down to the things that are specific to being a senior, specific to that little gap term, you know, the summer semester after you graduate from high school and as you're moving on into your fall semester or your next plan, whatever that next plan is, the next endeavor. So that's the purpose of this meeting. And I'm going to challenge everyone. I'm going to challenge everyone right now to find at least 2 other seniors, whether they're a graduate or if they're moving into their senior year in the fall. Find them and invite them to this meeting. If they're a peer of yours, a friend, a family member, sibling, anybody you know, invite them to this meeting. This is the first one. So we're going to fill things out during this meeting, and we know during the fall it's going to grow, but we need your help. We need your assistance. And hopefully those of you who are on today, hopefully y'all stay and y'all attend every meeting. I will be watching. All right, so the next thing we'll talk about is summer programming. So let's jump right into our summer programming. And we have a lot of that going on. By the way, in the chat, and I'm going to require a lot of participation during this meeting. Has anyone signed up for our summer programming? I need you to say yes in the chat if you have. So put that in the chat if you signed up for any of the workshops that we have: LinkedIn, adulting, financial literacy. If you signed up for scholarships and essay, if you signed up for financial aid, especially our seniors. All right, so I see the chat is starting to fill up. Great, it's starting to boom. Okay, Nivik says, yes, sir, with an applause emoji. Cool, thank you, Nivik. Ricky, awesome. Yes, Ricky's been there. I've seen Ricky. Monica, awesome, awesome. So if you haven't, we're gonna post a link very soon in the chat. I'll ask Colleen to post that when we get to the next slide or the appropriate slide. We're gonna post a link for you to join where you can join us for our summer programming. By the way, we've worked night and day and night to put all of these events on. So if you're available during the hours of 6 to 7, because that's when a lot of our workshops take place, then we definitely want you to be there. All right, let's talk about some B2L incentives. This is for juniors and seniors who complete 3 out of the 5 different college-going tasks between June 21st and July 29th. You will win, as you see here, 100 bucks. And we're deciding now if that's going to be in a gift card. If we send you a check, more than likely it's going to be a gift card. Colleen, is that correct?
Yes, at this point, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So we'll send you a gift card for 100 bucks if you complete 3 out of the 5 different college-going tasks between June 21st and June 29th. Now, keep this in mind, June 29th is next week. So you have tonight's workshop, tomorrow's workshop, and then you have workshops next week as well. So make sure to keep track of what the workshops that you're attending. We have registration, so we'll double check everything and verify. And then boom, congratulations. That's 100 bucks just for attending. Isn't that great?
So Tron, just clarification, that this $100 gift card is for completion of these tasks between this past Monday and July 29th. So
I'm sorry, I said June 29th. I'm so sorry. And I'm looking right at it. July 29th. So you have time. You have time. Thank you, Colleen. That's called teamwork, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Colleen. July 29th. And it's staring me right in my face. So let's talk about what some of those tasks are. Colleen, was there anything else you wanted to add?
Only that we're going to have a form for anyone that completes these tasks, a form to submit evidence of that completion. That's going to be up and ready to share out by hopefully the end of day tomorrow. So yeah, just in the meantime, just do the tasks, right?
Yeah, do the tasks, keep track of what events you're going to. So that's something that you'll need to do, whether you put that on your phone or create an Excel spreadsheet of all the events that, all the workshops you attend, but keep track of that. And again, we'll send you the form and then we'll verify internally. So what are the going tasks? Well, completing the FAFSA. Seniors, this task is yours. Current seniors, graduates, especially those who have graduated, you're the ones that this task applies to. If you haven't completed your FAFSA already, then you need to do that. If you have, well, great, awesome. Complete a college application. I'm sure that some of you have done that already. That's fantastic. Complete at least 5 scholarship applications. Okay, and we're gonna list out what we need to see in order to verify those scholarship applications. And then number 4, attend at least 4 different B2L workshops. All right, so for those of you who have already attended the first 2, great, you're halfway there for option number 4. And then option number 5, create a LinkedIn profile. And we had our LinkedIn training on Monday, and it was just fantastic. I mean, I learned a lot. I took notes, copious notes. But create a LinkedIn profile. And some students have questioned us and said, well, why should we do that? We're not working for anybody. We're not working adults yet. But you still have experience. You've learned, you've obtained skill sets while you were in high school, and you have volunteer experience, you have extracurriculars. Those are the kinds of things that you want to put on your LinkedIn profile. And if you're not sure what to put, well, guess what? You can join us for our LinkedIn training on Monday, all right? So those are the tasks that we're looking for you to complete in order to win the 100 bucks. Here we go, giving out money, resources in your pocket, okay? I'm gonna move on to the next slide here. More B2L incentives continued. All 9th through 12th graders who complete at least 1 college-going task in that time frame will be eligible to win one of $120 e-gift cards. So let's kind of explain that. And it's right below. Any student who registers and attends at least 2 nightly programs between June 21st and June 29th wins. Oh, well, this is for mods, I'm sorry. So let's move back up. So all 9th through 12th graders, Anyone that completes those tasks will receive one of $120 e-gift cards. You'll be eligible to win that. So again, for completing those tasks in that time frame, we're now giving you additional money to win, but this is for 9th through 12th. So if you're 11th or 12th, hey, wink, wink, it kind of doubles up for you. But 9th and 10th graders, this applies to you. So make sure that you complete at least one of those college going tasks. And if you're not ready to apply for financial aid, whichever, if you're 9th grade, you don't need to. If you're in 9th grade, you don't need to apply to a college, but completing a scholarship application, that's one thing you can do. Creating your LinkedIn profile, that's another thing you can do. All right. So there go 2 easy tasks for you to do right there. And you're eligible to win one of $120 e-gift cards. That's simple, that's plain. All right. Down below, and I'm going to actually talk about this on another slide. We'll talk about the Fast and Furious movie that we're going to go watch at Mods on July 1st. That's next week. And we'll also talk about some other incentives that we'll be announcing soon, TikTok challenges, and much, much more. But at this point in time, what I'd like to do is I'd like you to take a survey. And I hope this works right. It should. But I need you guys to take a survey because, again, what we like to do is find out what our students need from us. So I'm going to put a survey link in the chat. And it's 4 questions. 5 questions, actually. So everyone click on that Survey Monkey link. And I'm going to go to the survey on my screen and actually share it with you so we can talk about the survey. So we can kind of walk through our survey, the questions. So I need first everybody to click on the survey. And once you've clicked on the survey, you can unmute and say, yes, I have it, it's there, it's working, or just put in the chat, yes, I'm at the survey, or yes, I have the survey, or just yes, I need to know and make sure that first of all, this thing worked. Hopefully it did. So somebody give me some feedback. Okay, I'm at the survey, I have the survey, looks great. All right, great, on the survey now. Okay, so start taking the survey. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to go through this survey. All right, looks like everyone has it. I'll put the survey back in the link one more time, just to be sure. You can never be too certain. So I'll drop the survey in the link one more time. Boom, in case anybody else needs it. And I need all, how many do we have on here? 15? I need all 15 of you to take the survey. Well, I think that includes Colleen and myself. So all 13 of you need you to take this survey. The first question on the survey, on a scale from 1 to 5, rank your level of preparedness for life after high school. So 5, meaning I'm extremely prepared. You're overly confident that you're ready for life after high school. 4, you're well prepared. You've done your due diligence. 3, sort of prepared, like, you know, I'm figuring it out. 2, not well prepared, that should be not. And then 1, I'm just not prepared, not ready at all. I need help, okay? That's gonna give us some good data to work with. The second question, if you're already on the second question, then great. How do you use your free time? So using 5 to 10 descriptive words, give us an idea of what you do during your free time. So you can say something like read for information, read for entertainment, social media, social media. Everyone's on social media. YouTubing, I like to watch videos, go to the movies, sports, whatever it is, in 5 to 10 descriptive words, let us know how you use your free time. And I'm gonna give you a few minutes to go over that. So I'll wait while you do that. All right. So give you another minute or two. But while you're doing that, I'm going to move on to the next question just to explain it. The third question, name one skill you'd like to acquire or improve on. So one skill would be maybe it's math. Maybe you need some assistance when it comes to algebra. Typing, is it public speaking? Are you nervous when it comes to speaking in front of an audience? Oh, we have some responses coming in. Somebody's already completed. Wow, that's great. You know, what are some skills that you'd like to acquire or that you'd like to improve on? That's going to help us for fall planning because Colleen and I have dedicated the second half of July and the first half of August to get ready for the fall. So we have a lot of stuff already in the works. But again, we want to make sure that we're adhering to your concerns, your needs, your wants. The fourth question, list some of your strengths. What is it? Is it coding? Is it video editing, drawing, math, speaking, public speaking? And oh, looks like I limited to 5 questions. I'm at 4 questions. Okay, good. So start sending those, submitting those surveys, responding to your questions. And I'm going to give you another minute or two to complete that. and then we'll jump on to the next slide. But I'm excited to see what our responses are. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 minute. If you've already completed the survey, just simply raise your hand if you're on video, if you've already completed the survey. Okay, not yet, not yet. Okay, someone says they have. Oh, Colleen, you have. Okay. Jamie, you've completed the survey. Great, great. So we're going to give you guys some more time to go through the survey questions. And then after this, I'm going to ask the dynamic Haley McTee to let us know where she's at in life, what's going on in Haley's mind. Is she ready? What has she done to prepare? What's she doing in the near future to prepare? So I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to complete the survey. And thank you for doing this. This really helps you more than it helps us, but we definitely need this information and this data now. So great. All right, let's see. I'm going to look at some responses. Let's see what we have here. And then if anybody wants to talk about this, of course, I'm going to open the floor and we can discuss. But cool. All right, I'm getting some responses in. Let's analyze some results. The Survey Monkey thing is really cool. Okay. All right, I'll give you guys another minute or two. I feel like I keep reciting another minute or two. All right, great. And the good thing is I can show survey responses without seeing the names. Perfect. That's great. Awesome, awesome. All right, okay, we're getting more replies, more responses. Great. All right, 60-second countdown beginning now, and then I'll move on. All right, 45 seconds. Oh, more responses. Thank you guys, thank you so much. And we'll talk about this briefly. Okay. 20-second countdown. 10 seconds, right? That 20-second countdown went by really fast, didn't it? All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, Jency says done, thank you. If you need more time, take time and fill it out. I just wanted to kind of make sure that I get through that portion in a timely manner. So let's look at some of these results now. Shall we? We shall. So on a scale from 1 to 5, rank your level of preparedness for life after high school. Well, we have 13 responses so far. And 5 say you're extremely prepared. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 say you're extremely prepared. 6 say you're well prepared. And the rest of you say you're sort of prepared. Okay. So we definitely want to try to get you up to 4 and 5. So we know we're going to need to build some programming around preparing for life after high school, which is kind of what we do here anyway. The second question, how do you use your free time? Use 5 to 10 descriptive words. All right. So we have the first response. Honestly, I particularly play competitive games, jog, or run with my friends when visiting, and then discuss future plans or how I want to prep for college. Great. All right, we have YouTube video games, news, learning, relaxing, basketball, YouTube video games, scholarship applications, orientation for college, hanging with friends, watching college YouTubers. Okay, college YouTubers, interesting. We'll need to revisit that. I'd like to know who are some good college YouTubers that we can look at. If you have a few ideas, please put that in the chat. We'll collect that data. Watching YouTube, listening to music, social media, scholarships, grants, how to earn money. Somebody's all about the money right here. I don't know who that is, but whoever that is all about the dollar bill. Art watch, go on social media, practice sports, family friends, dog walking, digital design, and I will try to be productive, but also try to, that's a good way to end the survey. I'll try to be productive, but hey, it's the summertime. It's been a crazy year. I don't blame you. Relax. All right, question number 3. Name one skill you'd like to acquire or improve on. All right, social skills. Interesting. Literature, comprehension, saving money in college. That is a skill. Speech, typing, money management. Okay, great. Painting, budgeting. This is good stuff. Coding, algebra, social media, public speaking, writing essays. So we have public speaking there a few times. And then last but not least, list some of your strengths. And I'm just going to fly through these. Video editing, public speaking, poetry. I didn't know we had a poet on our hands. I love poetry. Being self-aware, savings, math, decorating, art, math, drawing, problem solving. Okay, cool. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second, and I know a few of you are still submitting your responses, but now I want to open the floor before we have Haley speak. Is there anyone who wants to talk about any one of those questions? It doesn't matter which one, it can be all of them, but anyone that wants to kind of expound on your answer, or just share some general thoughts on what you saw. I'll open the floor. You can unmute yourself and feel free to speak. If not, then we'll move over to Haley. Okay, no one's going to take that big leap of faith. No one's going to take the big leap. No one's going to take the big leap. Nobody. Nivik, why are you smiling? Darissa, why are you smiling? Don't be smiling. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Well, we have your survey responses. So that's great. So this is great data for Colleen and I to analyze. And we're going to have some more surveys in the future, but we needed to know that information. Now, someone who I do know is willing to speak, and I call on her all the time and put her on the spot, is Haley McTee. And we're going to spend just a few seconds here talking about her preparation for UCF. What went into that. Where's she at now? So Haley, going ahead and unmute your wonderful, beautiful faces already on video. So now let's hear from you. Haley, what have you done to prepare? How do you feel now? Actually, let's start with this question. How do you feel right now? What are the emotions going on in your mind, your heart, your spirit? Feel free to explain, Haley.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the chance to share, because I feel like oftentimes we don't talk a lot about this period between high school and going off to college or whatever you're planning to do after high school. And it's a lot of emotions. To answer your first question there, I'm excited, but also super nervous. I'm going to be leaving what I'm familiar with, but also very, very excited. So it kind of balances out. But there's actually a lot to do over the summer. One thing that I was doing last week was orientation for college, choosing classes. So I had to research like what kind of classes do I want to take? And then also besides that is looking at scholarships. And I kind of had to make the decision between, am I going to spend time doing scholarship applications or working a job? Because both of those I could spend equal time, but I need to get that money for college. And then also just organizing, well, not organizing, but looking at how I want to spend my time in college. What kind of organizations do I want to be a part of? Once again, what classes am I going to take? And so this is just so I can make the most of my time in college. And I know it's like she's doing research to go to college. That's so stressful. That's so many things, but it's really just so I can get the most out of it. And I would recommend that to anyone. And then also very importantly is hanging out with my friends, because I'm going to be leaving some of them for a long, long time, traveling back and forth from South Florida to Orlando. We'll do that all the time. So do make time for friends. You can't just work hard all the time. So I'm hanging out with friends, and I recommend that for everyone.
All work and no play makes for a sour day. So great. Thank you, Haley. So now let's talk about, you said making the most out of your college experience. Can you just explain what do you mean by making the most? And I know you mentioned a few key things that you're working on, but why is that so important? Why is it so important to make the most out of your college experience?
Well, first of all, because you're putting a lot of money into this this college experience, so it's a really good idea to get an idea of what is going to be there for you. And of course, like when you go on campus, you'll see what clubs they have, you'll meet professors and talk more about courses. But the more you know beforehand, the more you can walk on campus and be like, oh, I read about that place. Like, oh, I know I can go there and get free pizza on Wednesdays, So just kind of seeing what there is and getting a head start so that you can take advantage of everything that college has to offer.
So Haley, that's perfect. Thank you so much. I always want to give you guys an opportunity to speak. And again, Haley's somebody that I call on. I see her name, I go, Haley, I'm going to call on her. But she's absolutely right. Take time now when for those of you that are moving on to college in the fall semester, take time to find those student clubs. Research what clubs are available. Research what kind of volunteer campaigns that you can participate in, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, it's all about networking and expanding your brand, expanding your network. So that's what Haley's doing now. She's finding those opportunities so that when she gets to Orlando, when she gets to UCF, she'll already know who they are. She'll know what they are, know who to contact, and get involved as soon as possible. And her network is just going to continue to grow and continue to expand. So please continue to do that, Haley. Congratulations again. And you know you got to stay in touch with us. You know you can't leave. So I'm sorry, Haley, you're here with us. Oh, look, Colleen even said it. Haley is also the leader of B2L's racial equity work. The program will be taking place into next year. And I didn't see the rest of that chat, Colleen, but absolutely. So we're going to continue on with our slides for today. And now we're going to talk about summer programming. All right, let me pull up our summer programming here. And I know that many of you have been involved in this. Can you guys see my flyer? Colleen, can you confirm that you see the summer programming flyer?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm sure all of you that are on here have participated in at least one of these workshops. If you haven't, if this is your first time even hearing about summer programming, well, this is our flyer. I'm going to ask our collective impact leader, Colleen Lockwood, also my teammate, to put the links to our workshops in the chat as soon as she can, whenever she can, so you can sign up. We're going to go just item by item here, and I mentioned it before, LinkedIn training. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, again, the importance of that is creating it so you can network with people. It's a profile that's for all ages, different ages. So you don't have to be, you don't have to wait until you graduate high school. You can create a LinkedIn profile while you're in high school. And we have somebody who's excellent at this. She's a lawyer, Miss Kristen Corpian, and she does a great job of going through LinkedIn, how to set it up, why, and answering your questions. All right. Adulting and financial literacy. This is being led by Coach Mo. And as a matter of fact, for those who are on adulting and financial literacy, I'm just gonna put, you know what, Nivik. I'm gonna call on you, Nivik. That's right. Because Nivik is also a graduate of Dillard High School. Nivik, where did Nivik go? There he is. Nivik, were you at the Adulting and Financial Literacy workshop on Tuesday night?
Yes, I was.
Nivik, I'm going to put you on the spot, but that's what Panthers do. We can take the pressure. We can take the spotlight. Nivik, can you tell me a thing or two that you learned during that workshop? Anything that you learned, anything that you walked away from, any perspective, even if it wasn't something that was spoken directly by Coach Mo, but any new perspective that you have now on finances and how to address and manage your finances?
I just did one on you. Hold up. I literally just did our project on you. Oh, the musical chairs. Yeah, okay, that's a great example. You're talking about how people follow as in abundance. I believe that's what she said, and that people tend to usually follow each other, depending, as a group. So it's
good. No, good. Listen, good. I can take it from there. I just wanted to give you a nice soft entry into that question, but great setup. Thank you, Nivik. And again, this is the GSN. You guys are seniors now, so I'm going to call on you. We have to do that at this level. But Nivik, you're absolutely right. So she showed a musical chairs game. And Monica, thank you for turning on your camera. Awesome background, Monica. Did you have something you wanted to add or that you learned from the Adulting Financial Literacy workshop?
Well, no, but I can say something. The biggest thing that stuck to me actually was the 50, 30, 20% rule.
What is the 50, 30, 20 rule?
The 50, 30, 20% rule is where it's basically you use percentage to manage your money so that you know that you use it well. 50% goes to your expenses, 30% is for yourself. She said something about paying yourself, and 20% is it goes into your saving account so you can save your money responsibly as an adult. And I actually wrote that down because she told us that it's better to remind ourselves constantly so we can try to do it. And I'm trying to enforce that as I'm growing up.
Awesome. Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much. So these workshops are working. We're learning stuff. I'm going to go back to what Nivik said. Coach Mo showed it. She used the first part of her presentation to play a video of musical chairs. And the concept is this. When one person touched the chair, the next person touched the chair, right? As they were walking around the circle. When one person prepared to sit down, the next person got ready to sit down, right? And her whole concept was we always watch what others do. We always pay attention to what they do. There's something called the Joneses. We like to keep up with the Joneses. It's an old school phrase, but we like to keep up with what Nivek's doing. Okay, I saw Nivek just bought a pair of headphones. I want to buy the same pair of headphones that Nivek has, but that's not my business. What's going on with Nivek is none of my business. And that kind of is rule number one when it comes to finances. Who cares what other people have? Focus on what you have. Make sure that 50-30-20 rule applies to you. So you're absolutely right, Nivek. So you're going to learn stuff like that in adulting and financial literacy, but this is kind of a series. So if you missed the first one, go back to our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel where you can look and watch that first series from Tuesday night. It's on the YouTube channel, our Bridge to Life YouTube channel. And then she's going to move into some other concepts next Tuesday. All right, so that's a series. LinkedIn training is kind of a repeat of information. Then we have scholarships and personal essay guidance. That's happening tonight. I hope you guys have signed up for it. If not, I believe the link is in the chat now. If it's not in the chat, we'll have it in the chat. Yep, Colleen put the links in there. Thank you very much. So please make sure to sign up for that tonight. That's going to be led by Shedley Cassius, the scholarship plug. So she's going to dive into everything you want to know about scholarships. And by the way, if you graduated from high school, yes, there still are scholarships out there for you. And then Friday night, tomorrow night, we're going over financial aid and the FAFSA process. So if you need help with your FAFSA or understanding the FAFSA, we're going to have some folks on who can answer your questions. So those are our weekly workshops. And I promised you I was going to talk about mods, which I will. I have that coming up in a second. But we do have some special events taking place, multiple pathways to the American dream, monthly mods IMAX movie series. Right now we have July 1st confirmed, and I'll go over that in the next slide. The STEM ecosystem virtual robotics competition. All right, so you guys need to check that out and we'll give you some more information. Broward STEM Minecraft Challenge, Life Underwater. Those are some special events that are happening, and we just want to make sure that we're putting that out there. And then incentives, which I've already gone over at the beginning of our call. All right, beginning of the conference. All right, let me move back over to the presentation, and we're almost done, guys. Thank you very much. Oops, here it is. Okay, so you have an opportunity to sign up for Fast and Furious. As a matter of fact, how many of you have signed up for this? How many of you have signed up for our Fast and Furious movie night, July 1st? If you have, just say yes in the chat. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'd like to know. If you want to go to mods, okay, the chats are starting to come in. Monica said yes. Okay, Monica, looks like you may be the only one who's interested in Fast and Furious. I thought this was a popular movie. No, okay, I'm joking. Haley says she'll try to make it. Great. Jency says yes. All right, so the chats are coming in. Let us know if you signed up for it. But here's the deal. In order to receive a free ticket to the movie, popcorn and drinks, and a swag bag, you will have to attend at least 2 B2L workshops between June 21st and June 30th. So that time frame is slowly, closing, that window slowly closing. But you need to sign up as soon as possible for this. And we have a specific URL so we can capture the folks who are interested. I'm sorry, a specific sign up link so we can capture the folks who are interested in attending mods. If you have the flyer, which everybody should have this B2L flyer, then you'll notice the mods link right here. Okay, just click on that. It'll take you to our sign up page. So we need you guys to sign up specifically for this event so we know who's attending. Also, and spread the word, if you need transportation to the IMAX theater, we're going to provide bus transportation, but we're going to provide it at 3 library locations. The first library location is African American Research Library. So that's right off. Yes.
I just got off the phone talking about this. For transportation, we're going to have to get detailed communication out to everyone that has qualified, right, to get a ticket. The thing about the buses is this. Buses are going to be provided for transport to the museum. But after the movie, students will need to be picked up and driven home. So it's kind of a one-way trip because we can't go back to the place we're picking you up from because it's closed and gated off and stuff like that. So in order for a student to get authorization to go to the movie and get the transportation, we are going to be asking for a parental email to say, I will be picking up my child, at the museum, or I will arrange for another mode of them to be transported back home. So all these details are going to be shared out, because I think some students will self-transport if they're old enough, and some students may be dropped off by their parents. But because we have a limited capacity in that theater, it's 294, and I'm convinced we're going to be filling every seat. The tickets that we're giving are for you. They're for the student, right? So we're not like necessarily have the capacity to offer your parents, right, or friends an extra ticket. So all of those details, I think, for pickup locations, all that kind of good stuff, Tron, if we could defer on that until we get the list of qualified students, right? See how many tickets we have, and then provide further details, including the request to get parental permission for pickup. And I will say also, finally, the students that have attended the Monday and Tuesday night workshops, right? You're already qualified. We will get emails out to you this week. And in fact, we might wait till after tonight to just look at all the students that have qualified, that have attended the minimum two, and share more details with you. So if that's okay, Tron, I think transportation is going to have a lot of communication, because it's a little bit complicated.
Yeah, and yeah, so we that just means, Colleen, we have more time to spend on the phone. So we'll talk it through and we'll work it out. So like Colleen said, that we're gonna have more information coming your way. But make sure that you are, that you sign up, and also that you're meeting the requirement, which is attending at least 2 of our workshops. So make sure you've done that. And for those who've already done 2, great, congratulations. We'll see you on July 1st, right? So that's our movie trip. Okay, any questions about the movies, any questions about what we've discussed thus far? I promise this was going to be a quick meeting. I think it was quick. I hope it was quick. Okay. All right. Well, so just to kind of rehash what I mentioned earlier, our monthly SSN occurs every second Thursday of the month. And then the GSN is the 4th Thursday of the month. And this is for high school graduates. So again, spread the word, please. We want to hear from more of you. We want to see more of you. And Nivik, you have your hand raised.
Sorry, I forgot to lower it.
Oh, no problem. No problem. So we want to see more of you. But I'm just going to pause at this moment and say, do we have any questions? Anyone have any cool plans for the summer? Anything that you want to share with us that you're working on? Any projects? Any performances that we need to be aware of? We definitely want to hear from you from that regard. Anything else that we want to discuss during this meeting? And this is our first one, so thank you for showing up and congratulations. But anything else?
I have something to share.
Yes.
For the students that qualify and the students that are interested in coming to MODS next week, we are planning before the movie to have any student that has won any award with B2L, any student intern that is working with us, any member of our social media ambassador team, any member of our real team, we're going to have you up on stage ahead of the movie. And then we have a few dignitaries making very brief remarks. Mayor Trantalis has confirmed, the chair of the school board, Dr. Osgood, has confirmed, the executive director for the museum is going to welcome everybody. And of course, the great and amazing Tron will be there as well. But we'd like to have all of you on stage to represent kind of the wealth and empowerment of the students that are involved with B2L. So get ready, put your nice clothes on, and we'll have you up next week. So we'll be following up with each of you on details about that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Colleen. Greatly appreciated. Well, it seems like everyone else has. Yes, Ricky.
Because I always wanted to know this. I want to know if this was just regular or it would be good. Would it be good if like a 17-year-old or 18-year-old was a published author? Would it be good on like my college application if
Did you say a published author?
Yes.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you have an interest, if you have a desire to write a book and spread whatever message that you have in that book, yeah, absolutely. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's good for college. It's definitely going to be something that a college dean or a college selection board is going to look at and say, oh, okay, we see that the student has released a book. But I mean, just for your peers and for your sake, your personal goals, endeavors, whatever it is, certainly. Are you planning on writing a book? Or are you in the process of writing and publishing a book?
Oh, I did already.
Well, we need to know the name of the book and where can we find it? Where can we buy it? What is it about? What's it called?
We stopped put on like making people like putting it out and like promoting it when coronavirus happened.
Okay. Okay. So what we need is we need a link to the book. We need to know the name of it at least so we can just search for it on Google. Is there any way that maybe one of us can connect with you or some of us can connect with you via Instagram? I don't know if y'all are Instagram friends on here or not, LinkedIn. But yeah, let's make sure we have a way of connecting so we can share that book. And Haley put something in the chat. What do you say? 100% it is. I just filled out a scholarship that asked me if I had any publications. Look at that. There's scholarships for students who write books. There's a scholarship for everything. And those
it was a group of us. It was a group of us that wrote a book together.
The group. Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what. If you can find a link or at least put the name of the book in the chat, then that gives us something to work with. And the next time we meet, make sure that we have some way of accessing it. Certainly. We want to promote that. Anyone else here writing a book or wants to write a book? Monica? No, what? Monica? You said no quickly. You never know. You may be inspired one day. Never know. Brito, what about you? You want to write a book? Are you writing a book? No, Brito's like, oh no, not here, not me. Well, great. It's a great practice. And you know what? I'll tell you what, Ricky. At one of our next GSNs, I have a friend wrote an online book, awesome, Jency. At one of our next GSNs, I want you, Ricky, to talk about, maybe spend no more than 2 minutes. Talk about your process of how you wrote that book, what you came up with, because maybe there's an interest in book writing. Maybe we have a group of students that want to get together. Maybe we should publish our own book. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But put some thoughts together on how you approached it. What was your goal? Why did you guys get together to write the book? Think about that. I'll probably call you between now and the next GSN to discuss. And maybe sometime in the near future, we'll have you talk about that. That sounds like a plan?
All right.
All right. My guy, Ricky, thank you so much. Anybody else? Oh, I see Jamie said, well, kind of, I'm writing the script for a graphic novel. Okay, so we got some talent. Yes, Ricky.
Oh, no, I was saying, because you said she wrote a graphic novel.
A graphic novel. Okay, so Jamie, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Ricky. Get some thoughts together. Talk about, be prepared to talk about why you're writing that graphic novel. What's it all about? When can we expect to see it? And maybe there's somebody on here that can help or somebody in the SSN that can help, but use this as a platform, students, exactly what Ricky's doing. Use this as to promote anything that you're working on, anything that, friends are working on. We definitely want to hear about that. So thank you, Ricky, and thank you, Jamie, for sharing. And Jency, thank you very much. All right. Well, we went on a little bit longer than I expected, but does anyone have any other thoughts, comments, concerns? This was our first GSN. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to give everybody 15 minutes back to their day. And Monica has a question. Yes, Monica, go for it.
I actually had a question for Haley because she said she had to research her own classes. Although my first 2 years, I'm going to get assistance on making my schedule, but I just wanted to know what website she used because when I was trying to research fall classes, it was kind of difficult because some classes had prerequisites and I wasn't sure which ones to put in, and it was just a lot. So I just wanted to know, what did you use?
Yeah, great question. So what college are you going to?
I'm going to FAU, major in pre-business.
Okay, wonderful. So, each school kind of has a different way of going about it. I know for UCF, they have an online database that has like every single class that they ever had and then like a short little description there. And so that can be somewhat helpful if you want to see like the pathway for your major, then maybe that's on there. So FAU probably has a website like that. So when you talk to your advisor, they might be able to direct you there. But of course, talking to anyone who is in your program, like, hey, what classes would you recommend if I want to explore this major, you know? So definitely talk to your advisor. The only website that I would really, really recommend, at least not necessarily for classes, but for professors, and you probably heard about it before, is Rate My Professor. So definitely utilize that. But I would talk to your advisor to see what is specifically there for your school.
Thank you. And I did use Rate My Professor when I was making my fall schedule.
Perfect. You're already ahead of the game.
Awesome. Thank you for the question, Monica. And Haley, of course, thank you for the answer. Thank you very much. This is what the GSN is all about. So I'm going to yield again. I'm going to pause again. Any other questions for me, for Colleen, for Haley? Any other questions at all? Please feel free. No? It's like every time I get ready to wrap up, somebody has another question. All right. Darissa, any questions, Darissa?
No other questions.
All right, great. All right, well, thank you again, everybody, for joining us. This is our first one, so give yourselves a round of applause, please. Everyone, please give us Brito, clap it up, Brito. Brito, just look at clap, man. All right, so thank you, thank you very much for attending. We're gonna have some fun this year, guys, and with your help, we're gonna grow this thing into something really special, this GSN meeting, but it's all about you. So someone says, I would love to follow y'all on Instagram. So, hey, anybody want to put their Instagram in the chat so we can start following one another? Okay, there it is. Haley put her Instagram there. So if you have Instagram links, which I think everybody does, let's go ahead and put that in the chat, or at least follow Haley. She put hers in the chat. Okay, Nivik's got his. Okay, great. Yeah, let's do this. Let's be one family here, guys. This is a special moment, and great idea, Haley. Great idea, Haley. This is a special moment here. Yeah, put your Instagrams in there. You don't have to, but if you want to, let's do it. I think everybody should. I really do. Why not? Why not? We're all aiming towards the same goal here: success. All right, we're all aiming towards the same goal here: Graduate Success Network. Graduate Success Network. Okay. All right. I see the Instagram handles are coming in. I'll give you another minute to put your Instagram handles in there, and then copy it. Follow. Y'all know how to do this. Y'all are better at this than we are. Okay, there goes some more. All right, so let's start copying those Instagrams. Let's start following one another. And you know what? While I'm at it, I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Please make sure that you're following Bridge to Life on Instagram. Please, Brito, are you following Bridge to Life on Instagram? All right, Brito, my guy. Darissa, I know you're following Darissa. Darissa followed the first day we met her. Nivik, are you following us on Instagram, Nivik? All right, Nivik, just want to make sure. All right, yes, sir. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody. Oh, there it is. Haley just dropped it in the chat. Make sure to follow us if you're not. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you hopefully tonight at the scholarship workshop. Enjoy the rest of your day. Great job, and thank you again for attending.
Thank you so much, everyone.